It's a brand new day here in Kenya. We are preparing for day 2, our final day of our safari expedition, where we will also explore stems, flags, and tails. Yesterday, we arrived looking for dots as the animals assisted us in learning about dotted notes and rests. We found that just as the animals' dots help with important camouflaging, the dots placed on the side of music notes also play a very important role. We were careful not to confuse them with dots above or below notes, which are quick, pop, staccato articulations explored at another time. We learned that a dot on the side of a note extends a note's duration by 50% or half the value of the note. We found that we could put dots on every note and every rest. We also learned about tied notes, which also extend duration. They're played as one note. Play the first note and hold the second note down for its full duration. Of course, not to be confused with a phrase mark, which is a connecting line, but to 2 different letters or pitches. That brings us to day 2 on our journey. Establish a strong stem understanding. Remember stem rule number 1. Stems cut the note values in half, so if we start with 4 beats, adding a stem cuts the note into 2 beats. Take your half note or minim for 2, color in the head, and it turns it into a quarter note or crotchet for 1 beat. Once the stems were all on and the note heads were all shaded in, then we added flags to cut the value in half. So, stem rule number 2, stems face up on the right and down on the left. Try this. I'm facing you, but there's a powerful stretch where your right arm and fingers point straight up on your right side toward the sky, and your left arm goes down on your left side. Feel the stretch. Proper stem direction reminds me of this stretch. Stems up on the right and down on the left. A good way to remember and a great stretch. Again, facing these notes, your body should look like this. Stems up on the right, down on the left. But here's how you apply it. Notes stay in the staff area as much as possible for neatness. Depending on the staff, one area is for fingering, the other area for lyrics or expression. You want your music to look like this, neatly inside the staff, not like this, sticking off the staff. Yes, here the stem needs to fit in the staff, so we put the stem down to the left, not like this off the staff. Here the stem needs to fit in the staff, so we put the stem up to the right, not like this, stem off the staff. If the note is smack in the middle, stems go down, like gravity pulling it down. To be accurate, there is a stem calculation for on-staff direction. It has to do with the red line. Rule number 3, notes below the 3rd red line, stems up. Notes above the 3rd line, stems down. What if the note is smack in the middle? The middle note pulls down. Think like gravity pulling it down. Now you know which direction by the red line in rule number 3. Then apply rule number 2 for which side. Stems up on the right and down on the left. One more quick thing to notice. Don't go too long with the stem length. Stem length typically should continue to the space or line with the same letter name, for example, E to E, above it or below it. I'll fix this right up. So, stems cut the duration of a note. Rule 2, stems go up on the right and down on the left. And rule 3, notes above the 3rd line go up, below the 3rd line go down, in the middle, down like gravity. That stem feels stronger. Can you answer these questions on stems? Here we go. Is this stem correct? Yes. Should the stem go up or down? Up. The stem goes up which side? Up on the right. Is this stem correct? No. The stem goes down. On which side? Down on the left. Should the stem go up or down? Down. The stem goes down which side? Left. Done. The US name is flag. The UK name is tail. An animal's tail plays an important part. Their tail helps maintain their balance and center of gravity. When tails stretch out, they act as a counterbalance, helping to stabilize and keep control during high speeds. Whoa! What was that? Giraffes have the longest tail of any animal, around 8 feet long, helping to maintain speeds up to 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers. After the horse, it's the mighty lion racing in at 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers. But the cheetah is the fastest land animal with speeds up to 60 miles per hour, 96 kilometers, in 3 seconds. Its tail helps the cheetah corner turns during high speeds. In music with quarter notes or crotchets, we have a walking feel with a step-by-step motion. But with eighths or quavers, much like the faster animals with flags or tails, we have more of a running feel. We use flags or tails on notes when we cut the duration with a running feel, such as with eighths or quavers or sixteenths, semiquavers. So with single note flags or tails, there's only one rule to remember. All flags fly to the right. You may recall in episode 5, our flags were flying forward in the breeze. Even in a desert windstorm, single note flags' tails fly to the right. Whether the steps go up or down, they all fly to the right. Always forward in the direction of reading music. Notice on staff, the flags or tails are facing to the right, forward. Logically, when there was no sound forward when we rest, flags for rest fly backwards, to the left. Makes sense. Why would I ever need to know the directions of stems or flags and tails? A skilled musician plays and reads music. You may have noticed stems and flags and tails vaguely. You know they're there. You look at notes all the time, but then when you go to write them yourself, that's when you realize, I better double check how these notes are written. Especially with flagged or tailed groups. You can take 2 single flagged or tailed notes and group them so the flags and tails turn into a beam. Now they're much easier to read. Then you use stem rule number 4. The farthest note from the 3rd red middle line sets the stem direction of the group. Easy. Let's do it. Step 1. Find the farthest note from the red line. Normally, the stem goes down. Which side does it go down? Stems go down on the left. Then do the same for the group. Got it? Let's try another. Step 1. Find the farthest note from the red line. The stem goes up. It goes up on which side? Up on the right. Do the same for the group. Even if there are leaps between notes, it's still rule number 4. The farthest note from the middle line gets the stem direction of the entire group. Last example. Both notes are the same. Which stem direction is correct? First, find the farthest note. Here are the farthest notes. Not sure who's the farthest? Count the lines and spaces from the red line. Step 2, which direction is correct for that far note compared to the red line? Stem up or stem down? Stem up, so we know it's step 2 without the other steps. This example is correct. So stems go up on the right for both. There you have it, the 4 stem rules. You would want to write your music properly so other musicians can easily understand your music. As you develop your musical skills, you will be ready to enjoy more opportunities ahead. Can you answer these questions on flags and tails? Here we go. Is this flag or tail correct? No, flags fly to the right. Is this flag or tail correct? Yes. Is this flag or tail correct? Yes. Is this beamed stem correct? No. Is this beam stem correct? No. Is this beam stem correct? Yes. Is this beam stem correct? Yes. Are these flags or tails correct? Yes. Is this the farthest note? Yes. Is this the farthest note? No. So then are these stems correct? Yes. Is this the farthest note? Yes. Then do the stems go up or down? Down. We will beam the group the same. Down on which side? Left, down on the left, and done. Congratulations, you have successfully explored the importance of stems and flags and tails. We can identify and appreciate ties in nature and in music. We are aware of dots in nature that help camouflage for survival, extending life. In music, dots extend value or duration to a note or a rest. Look to the beneficial balancing qualities of nature and how nature helps in assisting us to understand music. Remember, you were born with talents. You are developing your skills, and music is one of those skills. Apply music theory to your pieces. You will feel musically triumphant and vibrant, radiating confidence like these magnificent animals in the savannah wilderness of Kenya. What a celebration! See you next time. Thank you.